Hive Mind Network Online, Channel 0093. Secure uplink initiated.
Hello, hello. It's time for the dev stream. This is Codex. If you didn't know that, then it might be your first time visiting, and that's totally fine, by the way. Love to have new people stop by. But yeah, this is our weekly dev stream. This week I'm gonna go over some questions that I tend to get fairly frequently in the Discord channel or, wherever else. The hope is that I will, be able to answer some questions. Hopefully it'll be helpful for people who might not even realize that these are questions that they can ask. I also set it up so that we can actually have the chat on screen. Because I've noticed in the past that sometimes I will respond to people that are in the chat room, and that's not something that gets saved in the video for later. So this way, if somebody is asking questions in chat, I can show it. Oh geez, he's testing. That's fun. So yeah, let's roll through it, and then at the end I will answer some more questions. And yeah, it is a little bit of a delay because my internet isn't the greatest, and also because it's like double the delay of the actual stream. Alright, so let's look. First question that we get a lot: what's the custom server add-on? We see this question pretty often. Basically, it lets you create a node in the HiveMind network. And that's very good because it's really cool. Sometimes people don't really know exactly, what that entails. So let's talk a little bit about the HiveMind network. So in character, in game, it's an advanced network, peer-to-peer, sort of like Tor or CyberNet. It connects different intelligence agencies, rogue hacker groups, covert military organizations. The factions in the game, a lot of them, I think all of them actually, have HiveMind nodes. There's 8 total regions. There's only one of them that you guys can currently get to. And that's I think it's the neutral layer, if that's the name. But once it's completed, you guys are going to be able to crawl all over that HiveMind network and look for hidden endpoints and side missions, black markets, more lore. You know how I love my lore. And then asking a little bit more about the custom server add-on, it lets you make a node which is like sort of like a web page inside of the HiveMind network, and it's got its own defenses. Players hack into it. So first you have to like triangulate it on the HiveMind screen, then you have to hack into it, and then there's, right now it's just a trade screen. We are working on some redesigns that will give some more customization options. Right now it's basically just you pick from a handful of templates and then you pick what intel there is to trade in there. But that's going to be changing. After the open beta begins, we're going to be working on that once the game itself is more or less done. If you have the add-on, you haven't made your node yet, and you haven't, you just don't have that done, send us an email. I'll try to get it escalated for you. Don't know the exact process on our end for taking care of that, but it is something that should be taken care of. So send us an email. Okay, next FAQ question. The 0-day add-on. So it's an in-game item, so sort of like the different pieces of intel that you can trade. It'll let you more easily bypass one specific type of technology. Now, it's not done yet. We haven't actually made it and integrated it into the game. We did have a 0-day add-on in I think it was in one of the alpha builds. I don't know if it got pulled over to the beta build. And that was for the Russian connection secret mission. But basically, you're not going to need it to beat the game. Everything will be accessible without it. It's probably only going to have a limited number of uses, because that's sort of the idea with the 0-day is once you use it and someone recognizes it for what it is, it's sort of burned. So every time you use it, it becomes more likely that a patch will get released and you won't be able to use it anymore. And that'll be sort of played as limited number of uses, something that degrades. So yeah, another question that I get a lot is asking about the hive minds. Are we going to reset them? Because we did reset them at one point, I think moving from the alpha to the beta. Yes, we are going to reset them at some point because we're doing a total rework of the hive mind system. Once that's done, we're going to have to reset so everyone is using the same hive mind setup and to avoid bugs. So play in it, have fun with it, learn things from it. Know that it's not permanent right now. If that's something that, you want to avoid dealing with, then that's on you. But because the hive minds aren't done yet, yes, they are going to have to be reset at some point, but it won't be for a while, months at least. And another question that Zaylon gave to me over in the chat earlier is, when are we releasing the Academy? So I went over this a little bit last week, but the idea is the basic training portion is releasing this month unless, there's some sort of huge catastrophe. And that's going to be the first sort of handful of certifications that teach you how to use the core parts of the game. And then the rest of it is going to be out in October, which is when we're doing, the release of the first part of the actual game content. So that was something that I talked about last week with the roadmap. But hopefully that's a little bit clearer. And I don't know what other questions people might have been having. I tried to cover the ones that I've been answering a lot lately, but you know how it is. Sometimes I miss things. I don't know if anyone in the chat has any thoughts on that. I will say yesterday, I spent a while sort of putting together some assets for the opening sequence of the game, which is going to be super cool. I think you guys are really going to like it. Got a really cool, like, visual mood to it. It's looking like... I know, Zaylong, you asked about the firewall module over in the Discord chat. I'm assuming you're talking about the Hydra thing that lets you interact with the firewalls. I think that was for a mission that is not currently out yet. So I don't think there's actually a use for it right now in game. Oh, we're talking about the firewall banning system? Because I think we turned that off because of the beta testing stuff. Yeah, that'll just show the firewall bans if you have one active. But, you know, if you don't, then you don't. Yeah, I don't think it's turned on right now. We hadn't, tuned it correctly, and we also were asking people to, test things, and it's hard to test things when you keep getting banned. Hopping networks only work so well if you don't have a lot of them available. So barring that, I don't have a lot of new stuff to share. I know that Patrice and Alex and the other folks are working their little keisters off. I did get to take a look at the open world stuff for October, and it is dope as heck. I think y'all are really gonna like it. It's not the Russian connection mission. It's this totally new thing, something you haven't seen before. So you're gonna love it. It's super cool. We actually, for it, let me see if this is something that is gonna be public. Yeah. So, we actually have a writer from the Black Watchmen who is helping with open world stuff. So changing your username for your NITE Team 4 account I don't think is going to be possible. But yeah, we didn't do that for Black Watchmen. We're probably not going to do it for this either. Just because it's not really the way our system is set up. Zaylon wants to know if we've seen most of the tools yet. So you've seen most of the tools, but not all of the ways that they're used. Like, I know there's a couple of like Hydra modules that you guys haven't seen yet, and some other stuff that you haven't seen yet. So there's new stuff. Yeah, exactly. You've got the tools, but not all the commands. You haven't seen the different ways that we're using them. And like there's some stuff that like the network mapping stuff that we want to do. I don't know if that's going to be done in time for the full release or not. I haven't checked in with Patrice too frequently on what he's working on. But there's functionalities that we want in the game that are not currently in the closed beta version. So there's new exciting things to look forward to. So the hidden layer of the hive minds, I don't know. I think that there's like one node in there and there's nothing on it. Um, it's not being used currently. But it obviously it'll get used in the future. Yeah, it's broken. If you go looking for it, you'll probably wind up breaking your game. And yeah, I had, you don't even want to see my list of potential modules from, we did an offsite where we just sat down, myself and some of the other developers, and created this huge list of thoughts and ideas and plans, and I'd say solidly half of them have made it in. But one of the things that didn't so much is this massive list of tools and techniques that I put together. It was insane, like completely unreasonable, some of them. How dare you have work, Jekyll? It's not allowed. So yeah, I'll hang out and, answer more questions if you think of any. I'm gonna... When are we gonna start patching Ropa Group again? Man. Who's Ropa? Never heard of them. I'm just gonna keep, adding some sweet memes. You cool with that? I know you're cool with it. We can't ever forget Sigil. Sigil, Ropa. Yeah, man. I mean, it's easy to go down that rabbit hole. It's sort of the idea. No, but I'm really excited about having one of the Black Watchmen writers back for some of the open world stuff. Because he is wonderful. And I think you guys are really gonna like the open world. It's stuff you haven't seen before at all. So no, it's not Crux. Jerobi is helping out with some of the open world stuff. So he is a heck of a writer. Ninja Roby. He hacks the writing. You guys like my collage? The secret mission. Oh, yes. So I wrote that one. That was the one that was hidden on, it was hidden, I think, in the Funcom announcement and also on the Steam page. I don't know what, wait, the subdomain, I'm not sure actually, because I don't recall that. I thought you were talking about the Siren mission for a second there. I think you're talking about an alpha mission with the, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Log that data. I honestly don't remember. So that's, I mean, that's my fault, not yours, but yeah. Jekyll wanted to know the language. It's a Unity game. And then we've got a database for our CMS. But I'm not sure what kind of database it is. Yeah, I mean, I think that the Hydra webcam module, I think that was just a testing domain that he set up, and that's gonna be, you know, for something later on. I don't think it was a secret mission. Because for us to do a secret mission, we would have to, like, probably push an update to the game. And if you haven't noticed, we haven't done that in a little while. Oh, I don't know then. That's a question to ask him. Maybe I'll bug him. Oh wait, no, I remember now. So that secret mission, I don't know if it ever got done. I don't know if it's finished. It might be something that's like an Easter egg in the game later on. I remember now because he's telling me about it a little bit. But I think because you guys don't have the Hydra webcam module, do you guys have the Hydra webcam module? Because if you had it, then you'd be able to start it at least. But I don't think that you have it, so you wouldn't have been able to do it, right? Because for you to get the Hydra webcam module, there would have to have been a game update. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was probably a testing domain or something. I'm not sure. That's something to bug him about. So I think that was a pet project of his and some other guys in the office. I mean, right now he's enormously busy, as you can probably imagine. I can call you Iggy instead of Jekyll. Man, it's like we're becoming friends. Wonderful. I'm all for it, Mr. Iggy. Well, I don't think that he meant that the secret mission was over. I think he meant that the build he was showing you was an old build. Because there wouldn't ever be a secret mission that there wasn't a trailhead for somewhere, you know? Let's see if I can pester him. Yeah, I asked him about it. I'm not sure. I'll let you know what he tells me about it, if anything, because I don't remember anything about that, but my memory is kind of terrible. Alright, sir, is there any more curiosity present in the peanut gallery? New skin. I don't know, man. Eventually, soon. Oh, super. I'm looking forward to all of the super awesome Iggy nerds. It'll be great. I know that we have one skin that we're like getting ready to show to you guys eventually. But I think we have to wait for a certain piece of news to be available for you first before before we can release it, or else it'll ruin the surprise. Alright, so that being said, I think I'm going to call the stream for now. Thank you to those of you who swung by and chatted. I'm going to try to get this up on the YouTube with some degree of alacrity, but last week's took a little while to get up. I only got it up the other day. So hopefully I'll be able to do it more quickly this time. So thank y'all so much for coming by. I will see y'all next week, and stay cool.
Closing root access. Goodbye.